Alright, so this is a quick video. I tested two different starters on my 1991 Ford E350 7.3 diesel. I'm pretty good with cars and mechanical things. I'm a retard when it comes to technology, so I couldn't put the two videos together to post one video. So I'm doing this the dumb redneck way. I'm going to shoot video of my computer showing the two videos to show the comparison between the two starters. So this first starter, it's a Mitsubishi brand starter. It's pretty darn old. It's been cooked. It's been worked hard. My engine has a slew of problems. Well, the engine it came from has a slew of problems. It's been worn down to where the brushes stopped making contact. The wire that comes off the brush comes off the side of the brush. It had bottomed out into the brush holder and the starter stopped working. I was in a rush, needed to get it working quickly, so I took the starter apart, used a file to notch the brush holder where the wire hits it. That way it would let the brush sink further down and let it work again, and it's actually been working pretty well. But anyways, that starter's been used and abused. It's pretty it's been worked. So that's the first starter up. So I'm going to get all the narration out of the way first. I'm going to hopefully be able to show both starters as quickly as possible back to back so you can see the amperage and voltage changes, hopefully be able to hear the difference in the cranking speed. I mean, all of it is relatively close, but I'm also comparing a really old abused Mitsubishi starter to the brand new DB electrical high torque starter, which is supposed to be a great starter. It was pretty inexpensive. It was $130-ish out the door on Amazon, which is it's cheap for an IDI starter. At the auto parts store, just walking in, I think the cheapest one was $200, or maybe even a little bit more for a rebuilt. So this is, the DB electrical starter. It's a complete brand new starter. It's not a rebuild, not a remanufactured. A lot of guys say that they crank super fast, have really low power draw. I don't know if maybe I got a bad unit, maybe I got some kind of a knockoff. Maybe they're comparing that brand new starter to their old starter that was totally junk, or who knows. When you replace a starter, you end up cleaning the connections, and other things change that can make it different. There's also the placebo effect, and that's super strong. I've found that with air filters, different fuels, people who they swear up and down oh, this brand of reusable air filter is way better than the original equipment. I gained so much horsepower. I've switched air filters behind their back and they can't tell which filter they're running. Same thing with fuels. I use premium fuel in my car and it runs so much better. I'll borrow the car, I'll put regular in it. I'll ask them a week later, how's your car? It's running perfectly fine, no change. But when they put regular fuel in it, suddenly the car's a piece of junk. Anyway, so a long way to say that who knows what this starter deal is, but anyway, I'm going to play this first one, the Mitsubishi. I'm going to try to switch over as quickly as possible to the DB, the video of the DB starter. Hopefully they'll be close enough together where you can kind of gather the differences. So on this one, you'll see that this amp meter jumps all around. With this starter, you should notice the needle will drop just a little tiny bit below the C of current. The other one, it jumps a little further. The voltage, you'll see that this one drops to a little over 11 volts. The other one drops to a little under 11 volts. the starting voltage of the battery with both was very, very close. Now I understand that the charge, the state of charge of the batteries can be a little different even if the voltages are very close. The state of charge can be different, so this isn't, perfect scientific. But it's two large batteries that are fairly new. They're pretty strong, so being that they're a similar voltage from the start, the state of charge, the current capacity, all that should be at least decently close. Anyway, I'm going to get to this. Here we go. So I'm just going to leave it at that. I was going to try to do them back and forth a few times, but you're better off just hitting like the back button on your computer or whatever if you want to like see them again and again side by side. I'll let you guys play with that. That's it. If you have any questions, comments, I guess, throw them in the comments there. I think it'll email me and I'll try to get back to you and answer as best I can.